if authorized.
Hey folks, Ryan from Rogue Parts here. I got an iPad mini digitizer in my hand. This digitizer works for iPad mini first generation and for iPad mini Retina. I have a broken one in my other hand here just to sort of talk about some of the tape and some other elements on it. But I want to get a couple points across on doing a screen replacement on an iPad mini so that folks doing DIYs and even repair companies doing this can understand a couple of elements that we have come to understand that are absolutely critical in making sure the repair works good. First, it's important to note that the iPad mini digitizer 1 effectively will work for iPad mini digitizer Retina. It's the same thing. It's the same assembly. It's the same IC chip. It's the same home flex situation, and it plugs into the same port, and they all work interchangeably. The second thing to think of, the second major part of this video is we really just want to emphasize a couple major things. Where do I start? Like this has been the most problematic device on the planet for Apple devices for all people doing them, DIYers and especially repair companies. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I guess let's just start with the adhesive. This is an original quality or high quality, premium quality digitizer. Right? Some of the things that you can use to identify that as such is the orange around the frame and how thin it is. Typically on iPad 2 and 3 and 4 digitizers, you would look at it and go, oh, it's thick, and the thicker the better, and that's the case, because the thicker the better, more indicates original quality. But on these, they are thinner, and the aftermarket iPad mini digitizers are coming thicker. The problem with that, as far as adhesive goes, and seating goes, is that they don't sit 100% right. They may even not be cut 100% right, so in the corners they'll be kind of bulging out or something. And you'll need to use your own adhesive. You'll need to use some circular kind of that red tape, double-sided tape adhesive, and or something else. Because using the stock adhesive that comes on iPad mini digitizers these days, aftermarket out there on the web and elsewhere, is not going to cut it on those thick aftermarket iPad mini digitizers. It's because it's not this stuff, which is the tape on an original quality or high quality, premium quality digitizer. Is perfect because how thick this thing is how it's supposed to be. If a device is thicker than it's supposed to be originally, then the thin level tape will not secure it 100% onto the frame, and then you run into things lifting. It's pretty interesting. We, for the longest time, because we have done a number of different things in our history as a repair company, iMobile Rescue, which now has Rogue Parts as a part of the company. We've done all premium quality stuff, and then we've done premium quality with moderate quality stuff, giving folks the option if they want to pay a little bit of a lower price, because we pay a lower price for moderate quality parts, and then folks can then pay lower for the repair. So we'll say to people, hey, this is an aftermarket screen, and you're going to pay just a little bit less for this. But here are the issues that may come with it, and you're entering this sort of thing knowing that these issues could come with it, just to save a couple bucks. And if that's okay, that's great. We'll get those parts for you, and we'll do that on your devices. It's really up to you. These days we don't do that anymore. We don't offer that, but we did back in the day. We just do all premium quality, all the right stuff, because it makes the most sense. Creates less returns and less headaches, virtually none, and seems to just work the best that you can have a device work on an iPad. But when we did do that, we ran into screens lifting using the thick aftermarket digitizers with the adhesive that comes on them. You have to put the digitizer, you have to put this IC chip back onto that black tape, and or put the black tape over these solder points. I covered it up again, but you got to put it back over those solder points. This is other makeshift material. That's fine. At the end of the day, what we suspect is happening here. And why you want to do that is because when this metal, when these solder points touch the aluminum frame or the metal part of the bottom of the frame, that's when random touch activation happens. We ran into that in the beginning trying to fuss with these to figure out how it all worked. Didn't put that tape back, and we were realizing that we would close the device and applications would be opening on their own. You'd go to settings, and the device would start scrolling by itself and opening things and changing your settings. You're like, I did not turn the passcode lock off. You did. And that's crazy, because you basically can't use the device. It'll be opening applications. You won't be able to use it. You won't be able to touch things the way that you want to touch things. So that's critically important. So at the end of the day, the iPad mini is is it's a crazy device. Everything is so situated very specifically. If it doesn't get put back together the way that it was essentially from the factory and essentially in its original form, then you have problems. So the thing to keep in mind, have a checklist. Totally like go through it and go, is this as identical as I can? Am I mimicking originality as much as I can with all the facilitative tape mainly on this device? If the answer is no, like find out where you're wrong and fix that. If the answer is yes, you're going to be good. Thanks for watching, and we sell these quality parts. We sell the stuff with the right stuff on it. You'll still have to transfer your tape from your from the HomeFlex area, both of that horizontal tape and then the other tape that's right around to the kind of left of the home button on those electrodes. You have to take that. We're not going to sell that because I don't know that that exact stuff is being made, and you want to use the stuff from your original digitizer, as well as the stuff that covers up the solder points on the IC chip. You want to reuse that stuff. So we sell the best quality parts. So this is the stuff that we're talking about. It's not thick. It's exactly the same thickness as the stuff that comes on the device. You really don't want to use anything other than this. We're not just trying to promote ourselves. Trust us. There's no amount of Excedrin that can fix the headache you're going to run into if you don't take my advice. So thanks a lot for listening. Thanks a lot for coming. Talk to you next time.